Hello and welcome to CIF Central.tv's coverage of the Central Section Basketball Finals. It's time for the Division 5 boys matchup between the number 2 seed, the Laton Mustangs, and the number 1 seed, the Fresno Christian Eagles. The Eagles, the number 1 seed, come in with a record of 23-2, and they are the defending champion of Division 5 last year in this championship here at Selland Arena. The Fresno Christian Eagles defeated Tranquility 74-53, so a big victory in last year's championship. The Laton Mustangs, who tied for the East Sierra League Championship, come in at 15-13 and have 4 section titles under their belt, but 2 of those were in 1955 and 1956. So it should be a fun one. The team's getting out on the floor right now. We're introducing the starters for both teams. Brian Bilvin with Ed Alcaraz coming to you live from Selland Arena in Fresno, California. This is the second game of the day today out of 4. There will be 10 total as we have 6 more championships that will be decided tomorrow. In the first matchup today, the Division 5 girls final, Central Valley Christian defeated Kings Christian 51-35. And Ed, coming into this championship matchup for the Mustangs of Laton, number 22, the senior Colton Minter, scored 24 points in the semifinals. And on the other side for Fresno Christian, the senior Cooper Belmont had 18 points in the semifinals. He averages 20 a game on the season. So we got a couple of players coming in off really hot semifinal performances. Are they going to be able to carry that forward here in Selland Arena?
Well, I'll tell you, both teams are going to need for these guys to carry over that momentum from the semifinals into the finals here if they're looking to hoist up the championship banner for the 2012 season. And I'll tell you, the junior there that we're talking about, or actually the senior, Cooper Belmont, the 6'1" guard for Fresno Christian, he pretty much runs this offense. This is his team. And they go as far as he goes. On the other side of it, you know, with Colton Minter, I should say, the forward, the senior, 6 feet, he's definitely going to need to put up the big points here if they're looking to knock off number 1 Fresno Christian.
The Laton Mustangs are on the floor. They've got the blue jerseys with white numbers and gold trim. The Fresno Christian Eagles in the white jerseys with maroon numbers, black trim on those uniforms. So both teams out on the floor ready to get this boys Division 5 Central Section Championship underway, and the tip will go to the Eagles of Fresno Christian. Taking it strong to the basket for an easy, quick bucket, Ryan Neufeld, the senior, with the bucket, and Fresno Christian out to an early 2-0 lead.
Well, wasting no time there. Neufeld puts his team on the board. They're up 2-0.
And a strong take to the bucket and a finish by Colton Minter. So Colton Minter picks up right where he left off in the semifinals. 2 quick points for the senior. Both teams playing man-to-man defense here as we get started. Just underway in the first quarter in the Division 5 Boys Championship of the Central Section right here on CIF Central.tv, part of the Play On Sports Network, as that ball gets knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Eagles.
Well, both teams seem to be coming out here firing on all cylinders, and that's, as broadcasters, that's definitely what we like to see, to be able to, you know, give us a lot to talk about here as they're knotted up at 2-2 early on.
Up tempo from the start with the ball for the Mustangs was Isaiah Jimenez. Now knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Fresno Christian. The Mustangs of Laton are going to have it underneath the basket. Christian Pilgrim will take it out for the Mustangs. Looking to get something going to Minter here. And instead the ball is turned over. Steal by Cooper Belmont. Belmont trying to take it the other way, and he's going to be fouled. They're not going to give him the continuation there. I believe they're actually going to get the foul called on Cooper Belmont, an offensive foul, saying he was out of control going down the court. So it's going to turn over. We have our first foul of the game, that one against Belmont.
Well, I tell you, you can't blame him. The momentum here, the adrenaline going on. He was looking to head to the basket. There's a steal right there.
And a nice dish forward and a good finish using his body was Chandler Vargas, the senior, with a bucket. Nice job sticking his butt out and getting an open lane to the bucket.
Last time I checked, that wasn't illegal in the rule book. He was able to put 2 up for his team there.
And we've got a traveling violation going to be called against Dustin Allen of the Mustangs.
And I tell you, not the kind of start you wanted to see here for the Mustangs, not the kind of start I think that they envisioned coming out. You don't want to give up the ball for any reason, in any way, shape, or form, to this Eagles offense.
6.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. It's Fresno Christian leading Laton 4-2 in the early stages. The Eagles swinging the ball around, and a strong take again. That was Vargas, and Vargas kind of lost control at the last second and missed the bucket. The Mustangs trying to push it up in transition, and the ball is going to be ripped away from Dustin Allen by Tyler Krigbaum of the Eagles. We're going to have a tie-up, and the ball will go to Laton.
That's Pilgrim there that's going to be bringing the ball in.
Nice inbounds pass. That was Pilgrim with a beautiful feed down low. It was knocked out of bounds. Branson Alves on the receiving end. The head coaches for Laton, the head coach Rick Alves, and for Fresno Christian, Josh Justin. And the ball deflected away. Nice job, Brady Lee, with some pressure defense, knocking the ball away. 23 seconds on the shot clock. 5:57 to play in the first quarter. Just underway here from Selland Arena in Fresno, California. It's the Division V Boys Basketball Championship. Strong take there by Minter, but unable to finish. He was looking for the backboard, instead just shot it over the rim. Nice feed down low and an easy bucket for the Eagles. Finding himself behind the defense was Tyler Krigbaum, but it wouldn't have been possible without a beautiful feed by Brady Lee. 6-2, the Eagles leading the Mustangs.
And I tell you, one thing we've seen so far here out of the Mustangs is they are getting the ball. They're moving it around.
Isaiah Jimenez called with the travel.
And that's a little bit too much movement for the referees liking there, as they're going to go ahead and call the travel.
Just as you say, we've got movement. They get called for it. The point guard for the Eagles, Brady Lee, a senior with a strong take to the bucket. And a foul is going to be called. I believe they're going to get this one on Minter. That'll be the first foul against the Mustangs. So Cooper Belmont for Fresno Christian has a foul, and Colton Minter for Laton has a foul. So the two leading scorers for both of these teams, the two guys with fouls in the early goings.
And I tell you, that's not the way either coach drew it up. And it's definitely would put a kind of a crimp in your offense if you're going to lose your top scorer.
Brady Lee misses the first free throw. 5:19 to play first quarter. And the second free throw rattles in. Half-court man-to-man defense here being played by Fresno Christian. Dustin Allen with it on the left wing, gets it down low, and a nice pass, great feed, and a good finish by Branson Alves. Alves did a nice little pump fake there to get the defender jumping all over the place, and then an easy bucket to make it a three-point game.
And I tell you, the one thing I like that both teams seem to be doing here on offense is spreading the ball around, kind of setting themselves up and getting a good look-see.
Pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound goes to Minter. Yeah, both teams getting their offense going, and they've had good looks at the bucket. Left wing, that's Allen. Now a 2-3 zone here, so the Eagles switching up their defense. Three-pointer on the way from the corner, no good. Rebound off the backside is taken by Neufeld, who gets a great feed down low, and Cooper Belmont finishes. What a pass, about a third of the court. Ryan Neufeld with just a beauty pass.
And I'll tell you what, Fresno Christian coming out here showing why they're seeded number one. They seem to be just fluid on both ends of the court so far here in this ball game.
That time Minter went up a little bit out of control. You'd like to see him collect himself a little more before he goes up on that one, but instead misses the bucket, and it's rebounded by the Eagles. 9-4, Fresno Christian leading Laton. 3:44 to play in the first quarter. Strong take, and what a finish, Ryan Neufeld. He can do it with his passing, he can do it with his shooting. solid first quarter so far for Neufeld. Strong side rebound taken, and I believe we're going to have a travel. We are. Dustin Allen called with the travel.
I tell you, Allen there, he was kind of pinball between two defenders, trying to gain consciousness back there, and he took one too many steps.
He also took a little bit of a shot from the defender. Might be a little rattled there. What a spin move by Lee and a strong take. No finish, but Brady Lee will be at the line for a couple of free throws.
And I like the aggressiveness here early on of the Eagles, that they're driving the lane, they're finding their spots. And we've seen 3 different players come on in and take it to the hole.
Isaiah Jimenez called with the foul for the Mustangs, and Fresno Christian's going to take a timeout, a 30-second timeout. We'll take one with them on CIFCentral.tv.
You can watch highlights or replay of today's game in our on-demand section, and you can also buy a DVD or Blu-ray of today's game right on CIFCentral.tv. Click on Buy DVD, and you can order today's game right now. Have a game that lasts a lifetime, brought to you by CIFCentral.tv.
Brian Vilvin and Ed Alcaraz coming to you live from Selland Arena in Fresno, California. It's the Boys Division V Central Section Basketball Championship. Game 2 of 4 today and game 2 of 10 on this basketball-filled weekend in the Central Section. Brady Lee at the line.
I tell you what, you got Lee back on the line. He was able to pick up his first point of the game. There he adds another one.
To extend the Eagles' lead to 8 points. Again, Fresno Christian, the defending Division V champion. That rebound taken by Minter. And Laton will bring it up the court. Long length of the court pass by Pilgrim, and it goes out of bounds. Kind of a sloppy pass there.
I'll tell you what, but the referee was in a perfect position to pick up the reception there and the first down.
So a first down for Laton, but the ball turns over to Fresno Christian. Brady Lee bringing it up right wing. Gets it off to Belmont. Belmont with the pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound away and taken by Dustin Allen. Pilgrim leading in transition for the Mustangs, being defended by Brady Lee. Wants to go right, swings by the defenders and pull up for the 10-foot baseline jumper, no good. Pilgrim got past all the defenders though. And we're going to have a carrying violation called against Cooper Belmont. Belmont kind of left that ball on his hip as he went to the lane.
I tell you, that was picturesque, but it's definitely against the rules here. They're going to go ahead and call it.
2 minutes and 35 seconds to play in the first quarter. The Eagles leading the Laton Mustangs 12-4. And we're going to have a foul.
Right there, Neufeld just kind of reached in and got a little bit more than ball. And they're going to go ahead and call it as the Mustangs retain possession here.
They called that one on Ryan Neufeld. 2 fouls on each of these teams here. 2.5 minutes to play first quarter. That's Isaiah Jimenez. Three-pointer on the way from the corner, no good. Allen, rebound Neufeld. And Neufeld leading the break the other way. Brady Lee now has it top of the key. Pull-up jumper, 15-footer, no good. Rebound Neufeld. Belmont missed the jumper, and Ryan Neufeld was there to clean it up, and then he takes it strong to the right side, blows by Minter, and finishes. Ryan Neufeld with another bucket. He's doing everything right here in the first quarter.
I tell you, he was able to get there to get the offensive rebound, and then end up throwing 2 in on that possession.
Pull-up jumper, good. Christian Pilgrim to respond. Cut the Eagle lead to 8. Minute and a half to play, first quarter. Brady Lee with the ball, right wing, trying to take it all the way, and he does. Misses the bucket, but an offensive rebound, another offensive board for the Eagles. That time it was Josh Greenidge, unable to hit the putback jumper, but Ryan Neufeld is there, surprise, surprise, to get the ball, put up the shot. He's fouled, and he'll be at the line for a couple.
I tell you, Neufeld, the 5'10" guard, the senior here, pretty much doing everything.
And Ed, that foul was called on Colton Minter, so he's got 2 fouls here, and we're only 6.5 minutes into the game, so you got to imagine he's going to have to come out of the game, and he is, as Neufeld hits the first free throw. Minter replaced by the junior Sean Matos. And Neufeld misses the second free throw. Rebound by Matos, fresh into the game. And a little too much contact there by Tyler Krigbaum. He had the right idea, getting in there with some pressure defense, but he's going to be called for the foul.
I tell you, you hear it throughout sports that do involve a lot of contact to kind of let them play. It doesn't seem that that's going to be the case here with this officiating crew. They're pretty much on top of it, and they're going to call anything, any and everything, I should say.
Great steal by Lee, and now it's Chandler Vargas on the take. Can't finish, but another offensive rebound for Fresno Christian. Neufeld swings it out to Vargas. Vargas three-pointer on the way, no good. Another offensive rebound for the Eagles, and a putback, no good. And a 4th offensive rebound just in this possession alone for the Eagles. They still can't turn it into points. They had 4 second chance opportunities and came away with nothing. The Mustangs looking to respond, and in and out is Matos. Misses it off the glass. 30 seconds to play first quarter, 9-point Fresno Christian lead. And now the pull-up jumper, no good. I was going to say Cooper Belmont scores on this possession, but the ball goes in and out. Looks like the Mustangs will try to hold it for the last shot. 15 seconds to play in the first quarter. Instead, it's stolen away by Brady Lee. He's going to lead the break the other way. He's got a man to his left, feeds it to him. That is Cooper Belmont. Easy finish for the Eagles. They lead by 11 with 1 second to play, and that will do it for the first quarter. And what a first quarter by the Fresno Christian Eagles. Brady Lee on the defensive end, Ryan Neufeld on the offensive end, and great contributions from all the guys. 17-6, Fresno Christian leading Laton after 1 quarter.
Looking for a great place to advertise your business while reaching the greater high school community? Then you want to advertise on CIFCentral.tv. We have great rates for your business while giving you the opportunity to get your message out to a very important demographic. For more information, give us a call at 619-677-3246. And I'll tell you what, a spirited first quarter there, and I'm glad that we're part of it and we're able to catch it. But I'll tell you what, a 17-6 end of the first quarter lead here for Fresno Christian. I tell you, Brian, I'm tired. I'm winded. I'm winded just calling it. We're up here. We're sitting comfortably.
Yeah, these guys have been flying all over the place and doing a really nice job in transition, turning their defensive prowess into points on the other end. They're turning the steals and rebounds that they get on the defensive end and quickly transitioning into easy points. As Brady Lee looked like he traveled there, he is going to be called. Traveling violation against the Eagles, so Laton will have the ball. 7:51 to play second quarter, just underway here in the second quarter. Back into the game for the Mustangs, Colton Minter. He's got 2 fouls, so got to keep an eye on that.
And I tell you, the Mustangs got to have him heat up.
And again, Sean Matos in and out. He's been so close the last 2 possessions at having a bucket, but it's fallen in and out of the bucket. Neufeld with a strong take. Lucky that Minter didn't get the 3rd foul there. But it looks like the Eagles are going directly at him. 3-pointer, Cooper Belmont with the triple to extend the Eagles' lead to 14 points.
I tell you, with a 20-6 lead here at the start of the second quarter, Fresno Christian looking pretty good as they're clicking on all cylinders.
Minter with the take, misses the bucket. Rebound Belmont, he's trying to take it coast to coast, and he does. Cooper Belmont with another 2-pointer. And the Fresno Christian lead is 16 points. Minter no good. Neufeld with the rebound, and it almost fouled again. Now the players flying all over the court for the loose ball. The Mustangs end up with it, and now they're going to nearly lose it. Still falling all over the place. Branson Alves finally controls it. Nice pump fake there by Minter and a take. Minter will go to the line for a couple. He's got to be careful, Ed. He's already got 2 fouls, and that's 2 takes in a row where he's just put his head down and charged to the basket.
And I tell you, you can't change the player's aggressiveness. That just kind of comes naturally there. But if you're Coach Alves, you got to be telling him, hey, drop it down a gear. There's still a lot of basketball left to play. We need you out there. And as you said, he drove to the hole there with just an aggressiveness.
And the free throw no good, but Cooper Belmont was called for that foul, so that's his second foul. He's going to have to come out of the game. Justin replacing Belmont with Lance Henderson, the freshman. So somebody's got to step up on the offensive end for Fresno Christian with Cooper Belmont on the bench. Both free throws no good for Minter, and the rebound taken by Chandler Vargas. He's going to get it ahead to Neufeld. Neufeld with a take, no good. And the Mustangs able to secure the defensive board.
I'll tell you something right now. If I'm Coach Alves, I'm calling a timeout, and I'm checking that rim because everything seems to just be bouncing off.
Well, the Mustangs will get their turn at that rim come the second half as Matos misses with the jumper. Minter thought about the long three, instead decided to get a full possession out of this. Left wing is Dustin Allen. And now it's Minter's spin move by the free throw line. Gets it back out to Allen. Three-pointer good. Dustin Allen, the junior, with the triple, making it a 13-point game. Brady Lee, right wing, ball behind his back, excuse me. I think we're going to get a push-off foul on Allen. They are going to call that one on Allen. 4 fouls on both teams, 5:30 to play, second quarter.
I'll tell you what, you got to like the aggressiveness on both ends from both teams. Unfortunately for Laton, nothing seems to be falling.
Little screen and roll. Raymond Singh into the game for the Eagles. And that ball is off of Singh's hands. Vargas charging to the lane and then try to drop it off to Singh at the last second. That's the toughest one to grab if you're a big man down low.
I tell you, some of them necessarily don't have the finesse there of both of their hands to be able to get the quickness to be able to come up with that pass.
Matos driving strong. Gets it off to Dustin Allen. Now Allen nearly lost the handle, and he does. That ball poked away and finally handled by Vargas. Vargas with a strong left hand, no good. Rebound still away, and Vargas gets his own board. What a hustle play by the senior Chandler Vargas. Finally, the Mustangs were able to come away with it. It's Colton Minter on the left wing. He's going to have it taken away by Ryan Neufeld. Neufeld all the way to the bucket, steal and a layup. 2 more points for Neufeld and the Eagles. Fresno Christian leads Laton 24-9, 4:28 to play in the second quarter. Timeout taken by the Mustangs.
Want to have your game broadcast live on the internet and be able to watch it again and again on demand while making money for your sports program? Want to give your students the opportunity to create their own broadcast for your school's athletic events? Then contact us at info@kbcsports.com. We offer season packages for schools, a full curriculum for your students, and an opportunity to raise $10,000 for your sports program. Again, that's info@kbcsports.com, or feel free to give us a call at 619-677-3246.
Brian Vilvin and Ed Alcaraz coming to you live on CIF Central.tv, part of the Play On Sports Network. It's the Boys Division 5 Central Section Basketball Championship game between the number 2 seeded Laton Mustangs and the number 1 seed Fresno Christian Eagles. Right now it's Fresno Christian all over Laton, 24-9, midway through the second quarter, 4:12 to play in the second quarter. Three-pointer, deep three on the way by Dustin Allen, no good. Offensive board by Minter and a finish. Nice take by Colton Minter. And the Mustangs are in the double digits.
Able to get the rebound there, and he pretty much had a clear path to the basket.
Brady Lee dips it off to Lance Henderson, and everybody can score on this Eagles team. Henderson hits the 12-footer to extend the Eagles lead to 15 again. Three-pointer on the way, Minter, no good. Rebound, Singh. Singh gets it out to Vargas, who's looking to push it up the floor. Nice job of grabbing that ball in the air by Brandon McCormick, but he's going to be called with the offensive foul. Christian Pilgrim doing a nice job getting in his way and establishing position there. And the Mustangs will get it back after the foul.
Well, down by 15 with a little bit under 3.5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. If you're late, you don't want to lose your composure. You are down by double digits, but there's still plenty of basketball left to play, and you got to try to get your main guy there, Colton Minter, into some kind of groove. Get the offensive, side of this game going. As he's only got 4 points so far here in this contest.
Josh Greenidge called with the foul. That'll be the 6th foul on the Eagles. So the rest of the way, the Mustangs will be at the line, shooting the bonus anytime there's a Fresno Christian foul. So that might be an easy way to get back into this game, limit possessions, and get free points with the clock stopped, as we're going to have right here, an opportunity at the line for a 1-and-1 as we've got a foul called.
I think if you're Coach Howes, any way, shape, or form, you're able to put points on the board, especially in this manner where it's a little bit easier than having the defenders in your face. You're definitely going to take it.
Jimenez with the 1-and-1. Misses the front end. Rebound taken by Singh. That last foul called against Brandon McCormick. And a nice steal by Dustin Allen. Allen trying to take it the other way. And the ball knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Fresno Christian. Nice pressure defense there by Brandon McCormick.
He was able to get the steal, Allen was, and almost had it taken away right almost immediately after that play.
Cooper Belmont back into the game for the Eagles, and a nice pull-up jumper, Christian Pilgrim. Pilgrim sent the defender to the floor and then hit the baseline jumper from 4 feet. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Offensive rebound, Singh puts it up, and they're going to call a jump ball, not a foul, sorry. Belmont missed the three. Raymond Singh got the rebound, and the ball will go to Laton on the jump ball.
Right here, depending on if you're able to score on this possession by either a 2 or 3, you can cut into this pretty large lead that Fresno Christian is able to establish.
2 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the second quarter. And a steal by Cooper Belmont as Dustin Allen lost the handle on it. Belmont takes it all the way. They're saying he stepped out of bounds. So he grabbed the ball really close to the sideline, Ed, and not much he could do there, huh?
I tell you right now, you're getting gifts. If you're late and you're getting gifts right now, you need to take advantage of it. The fact that right there Dustin Allen wasn't able to get a handle on the ball when they on their last offensive possession. They have the ball taken away and then given right back because a player stepped out of bounds. And there, just as I say, you're supposed to take advantage of the play, they give it right back.
Branson Alves was setting a strong pick there, setting a football screen, and it was right in front of the official. When that kind of screen happens right at midcourt and you throw that shoulder into him, it's pretty tough to get away with it.
I tell you, the best thing you can do is just brace for impact. In some cases, you're either going to end up kissing the hardwood or referee's going to pick it up and there's going to be a foul called.
Lee with the pretty finish down low. Great pass by Krigbaum to get Brady Lee open, and then Lee with a pretty finish, that left hand. Minter driving left. Scoop shot with the right hand and a bucket. Colton Minter putting on a show right there with the old scoop. And a quick response. Tyler Krigbaum hits the 15-foot jumper. And the Eagles lead is back to 15, 30-15 with 1:45 to play in the first half. And another bucket. These teams just can't stop each other. Branson Alves with the two-pointer. That time posting up Neufeld. And an easy bucket, Brady Lee. He just took the ball from the top of the key right into the basket. Nobody touched him, and an easy layup, way too easy for the senior guard. Defensive board, Belmont. Belmont trying to push it forward. Instead, he'll take the ball himself. Pull-up jumper, free throw line. No good. Rebound, Minter. The game is going at a super pace right now, hyperspeed.
I'll tell you right now, if they wanted to create a sport called arena basketball, this is definitely a guideline that they can take from. But this isn't the kind of game that Laton is going to want to play. You're not going to be able to match up as you look so far in this first half. Fresno Christian has 6 players that have scored so far, and I got a feeling throughout the game that this roster, that's going to expand. So if you're Laton, I think if anything, you want to slow this pace down a little bit more, and you want to establish, get a better position on offense to maybe pull down some of this rebounds, because they're getting that one shot and it's going back the other way with Fresno Christian gaining possession.
Well, Colton Minter didn't get the memo on that one as he took it directly to the basket, but he was fouled, and he'll go to the line for a couple here. That foul was on Cooper Belmont, so that's the 3rd foul on Belmont, the senior. He's going to have to sit out the rest of the first half, and he'll be in trouble the rest of the way. 3 fouls already for the leading scorer, averaging over 20 points a game for Fresno Christian.
He's got 9 here so far. That's definitely going to put a dent in your offensive plans. But as I just mentioned, you have 5 other guys that have scored here and gotten into the scorebooks here for the Eagles. So they're definitely going to have to make adjustments.
57 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Minter missed on both free throws. Great pass down low. Neufeld unable to finish. Minter with the strong board. But what a pass by Vargas. There's some fancy passes going on out on the floor. Apparently these guys got the word that they were playing at Selland Arena and they were supposed to bring their fancy game.
I tell you, and they definitely have done that. We have seen some lightning quick and fancy passing.
And we're going to get the 3rd foul on Colton Minter. Nice job of Ryan Neufeld to go directly at him. So now the leading scorers for both of these teams, Minter and Belmont, with 3 fouls. You got to imagine Coach Alves is going to have to pull Minter out with 25 seconds left in the half, but he's still out there. 3-pointer from the corner on the way, no good. Rebound, nice play, that's Jimenez. And now Pilgrim with the 3-pointer from the right side. He's fouled by Tyler Krigbaum, and Christian Pilgrim will go to the line for 3 shots.
I tell you, you got to like that. Pulling up above the arc. Getting that hand slapped, get a semi-shot off. It wasn't anywhere close to making it. Now you get 3 opportunities to cut into this Fresno Christian lead.
And this would be huge if he could hit all 3 of these. Pilgrim, as he hits the first one, it would make it a 12-point game with 14 seconds left before the half. They've trailed by as much as 17 here in the first half, so if they could cut it down to 12 before the halftime break, that gives you a little bit of confidence going into the halftime break. Second free throw good. Christian Pilgrim, just a junior, making his presence felt here in the first half.
Let's see if he's able to, if the 3rd time is the charm here for him.
All 3 of them good. Nicely done by Christian Pilgrim. And a quick transition look, no good, but an offensive board. Count the bucket. Down low, Josh Greenidge with the basket. That fouls against Branson Alves, his 2nd.
And just as quickly as you give it right with the possibility of giving it right back here before the end of the half.
And Greenidge misses the free throw, but the bucket still counted. So 14-point lead, 5 seconds to play in the first half. 3, 2, not going to get the shot off. It almost went by Jimenez, but it's not going to count, as the first half will come to a close with Fresno Christian leading Laton 34-20 right here on CIF Central.tv. Folks, we will be back with the second half of action in just about 9 minutes. So stick right with us here on CIF Central.tv, part of the Play On Sports Network. 34-20, Fresno Christian leading Laton at the half.
3:16 left to go in this ball game. I formation, 3rd and 3 from the 45 of the Wolverines. And this time, Holy cow! Dion almost hands it to the Westview player. He's going to run us to the 5-10. Touchdown, Wolverines! How did that happen? That was
Snyder.
Holy cow! He was in the backfield before the running back could even get the handoff. He took the handoff from Dion.
He took the ball right out of Dion's hands and just...
Holy cow!
Can't say I've seen that one very often.
Snyder comes shooting in from the A-gap. I think Dion froze when he saw him. He's ready to hand off to his running back. He froze when he saw him and just let him have the ball. 12 seconds to go.
Oh, you could hear a pin drop.
5, 4, 3, 2. Get the snap off. Last play of the game. Brewster rolls right. Gets away from 2 sacks. Dons win. Sack at the 20-yard line. What a game.
And number 40, Lucas Zinder with the game-saving sack. And there is heartbreak on one sideline and a jubilation on another.
Offset eye for the Grizzlies as Keeney takes it under center. They'll send a man in motion, pitch back to Bird on the sweep. Bird finds a seam. He might go, folks. 20, 15, 10. Drags a tackler. Touchdown! Bird goes 38 yards for the touchdown on the sweep. One more snap is all it's going to take, and there you have it, folks. Your 2011 Division I Sac Joaquin section champions, the Granite Bay Grizzlies, as they defeat Pleasant Grove 30-24.
Jacqueline Williamson. Her serve is over. Dug by Holt. Giblin going back to Holt near side. Cut shot, kept alive, back and one by Cathedral. And this one is out as Caston on Hill sends it wide. And the Cathedral Dons have won the title 16-14 in Game 5.
Thomas with the ball, swings it out to Norris. Cameron Taylor tried to block that one away. Norris with a strong take, blocked by B.J. Anya. Huge block. Robinson leading the break the other way, gets it to Grant. Slam dunk Jeremy Grant off the feed from James Robinson. What a play by the Stag.
Hancock to his immediate left. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Hancock on a counter, right side. He's inside the 10. He bounces off a tackler at the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Helix. And behind Hancock, the field is littered with white jerseys on the turf.
Wow. Hancock not to be outdone by his fellow playmakers on offense. Put on a show on that short 12-yard touchdown run. Looked like he was down after 3 yards. Just threw a defender on the ground.
As sophomore Chris Carter steps under center. In their tight wing formation, Lycos in motion. Second back through is Freeman. Freeman just knocking people over. Look at him run. Breaks through. 4 tackles. And now it's just a foot race to the end zone. And Freeman's going to go the distance. Touchdown Imperial on the first play of the second half. 2nd and 6 for Imperial from their own 47. They're going to give it to Freeman again off the left side. And Freeman gets by one wave and down across the 40-yard line. Still on his feet. Look at him run down to the 20-yard line. One man to beat. Gets by him. Touchdown, Freeman. How did he do that? Holy cow. 64-yard touchdown run. His 5th of the game. Royce Freeman, ladies and gentlemen, you're about to see the top rushing and the as I look over to our partners at KXO Radio, the top rusher in the San Diego section for the next 2 years.
That's just amazing. That is just amazing. They hit him in the backfield. They hit him at the line of scrimmage. They hit him a couple yards downfield. They hit him again near the goal line.
No 5-second count can be started. Nobody was close enough defensively. Lyle's going to swing left side. Robinson. Here is a backdoor lob for Grant. They've been wanting that all game. And they got it, 50-42. They lulled you to sleep, and then they hit Grant on the back door.
They trail by 2. McMorrow's kick is on the way, and it is good. St. Augustine has their first lead of the game, 21-20 with 25 seconds to play. The senior McMorrow with a huge kick, not the longest of his career, but the biggest of his career. St. Augustine leads it 21-20.
Already lining up. They won't even have to run that one more play. They just acquiesce.
Why bother?
So there you have it. Your 5-time defending Division III champions, the Cathedral Catholic Dons, running up, over, and through Olympian 41-0 here from Qualcomm Stadium.
Patriots down 21-17. Great ball game here. Dillon taking it, looking right, throwing it up top to Gaines. It will be caught by Gaines. Oh my goodness. It looked like the defender had it, but Gaines stole it away from him. Jason Gaines, are you kidding me, my friend? Oh boy. It looked like for sure we had an interception by the Tories, but as they both were going to the ground, Jason Gaines just wrestled it away from him. Shane Dillon to Jason Gaines on an 11-yard play.
Fanchen in the game, now out, replaced by Hayashi, the libero for defense. Wenzel serve, championship point, ball up in the air. Hayashi's going to bring it back. Richards, deep one, over and 3. Free opportunity, look for Wallace, no, they go Becker. Hayashi, then tap over and 2 by Hollingsworth. Now look for Wallace for the match.
Kathleen Wallace, no better way for the Bulls to finish it than giving it to their senior leader.
25-12, 25-15, and with 8 straight points to close out their 3rd straight D5 championship on a kill by Kathleen Wallace, 25-21 in Game 3. Branson has won the D5 title.
To the backfield, it's Hernandez and Northcutt. Set to throw is Thomas, has time, goes for the home run. It's intercepted in the end zone. Seemed like they tried to go to Martin, and Martin slipped. Stockton, Hilmar, and Escalon. That's going to do it, folks. Victory formation, take a kneel. The clock comes out. The clock will tick down. The players jumping up at midfield. I think I see a Gatorade. Did we have a Gatorade shower?
We most certainly did. Casey Taylor getting the shower there. Very much deserved.
Down to 12.
Great tackle there by Ronald Williams there to make the stop for Helix.
And the Helix fans are starting to celebrate here. This is going to be the final play. 5 seconds. Pow will hand it off. And they're going to get in the end zone. Touchdown. That's Keegan who gets in, but that's going to be the end of the ball game. 44-6 will be the score. So Oceanside scores on the final play of the ball game.
And gets a consolation prize just to make this is kind of say that, hey, we didn't get shut out.
So 44-6 is your score. And Helix is celebrating on the sideline. Oceanside streak of 7 straight championship games has been ended.
2 minutes and 5 seconds left on the clock. Clock rolling, 3rd down and 15 for the Patriots. Dillon, he's got time, steps up. He's going to chuck it deep. He's got a man open. Seth Collins with a diving catch. He hauls it in at the 25. Oh, my goodness.
I'll tell you, right there. Dillon goes to...
It's the second half of the boys Division 5 Central Section Basketball Championship. We're almost underway here in the second half on CIFCentral.tv. I'm Brian Vilvin with Ed Alcaraz, bringing you the action of this, the second matchup of the day. The number 2 seeded Laton Mustangs and the number 1 seed, the Fresno Christian Eagles. And the first half was all Eagles as they lead 34-20 over the Mustangs. And Ed, just a really impressive performance by the Eagles on the defensive end and turning that defense into offense on the other side.
So far, they're playing the type of game that's going to win you. That's going to win you a championship. Pretty much a bottom line there. If you're Fresno Christian, I had a chance to kind of talk to a few of the fans for Laton, and basically what they were saying is something we had mentioned during the first half, part of this broadcast. We can't just keep trading buckets with Fresno Christian. It's not our type of offense. And especially as high-powered as Fresno Christian is, I tend to agree. It's not something you want to do and stand right in the middle of the ring to take a boxing metaphor and exchange punches. You've got to try to take them off of their game. in some way, shape, or form, and that might be in the form of Mr. Foul Trouble that they seem to have there, if they can definitely throw this offensive part of the Eagles game off.
Well, both players that are in foul trouble are on the floor as we start the second half. Three-pointer on the way and good. Chandler Vargas drilling the three to extend the Fresno Christian lead to 37-20. Laton in the dark blue jerseys with yellow trim and white numbering. Fresno Christian in the white jerseys with maroon numbers and black trim. Colton Minter for the Mustangs with 3 fouls, and Cooper Belmont of the Eagles with 3 fouls. So 2 of the premier scorers in the game in foul trouble, but both guys on the floor right now. Full court man-to-man pressure being played by Fresno Christian. 7:20 to play in the third quarter.
And I'm wondering if during the halftime break, Coach Alves was able to tell his team, we need to be more aggressive on the boards.
Pull-up jumper, no good. Krigbaum with the rebound.
And just as I say that, of course, it's 1 and out as they're going back on defense here.
But being aggressive on the boards, it's tough when you've got guys in great position like Tyler Krigbaum was that time. He was in perfect position, and if you try to get too aggressive on him there, you're going to get the foul. As we do have a foul called here. I believe it's going to go against Branson Alves. No, instead it went against Dustin Allen, his second personal foul. 6:49 to play in the third quarter, just underway here in the second half. Brady Lee to Ryan Neufeld, and then he kicks it out. 10-foot jumper, no good. Krigbaum, offensive rebound, and a bucket. Vargas fed it to Lee. And that's just too easy for Fresno Christian. 39-20, they lead by 19, their biggest lead of the game.
And there it looks like they're going to get Vargas.
Chandler Vargas is first.
Reaching in there on that pass.
But it's been more of the same here. I know we're only a minute and a half into the second half, but it's already been the same formula that got Fresno Christian the big halftime lead. Ball taken by the Eagles in transition. Brady Lee has it right wing, trying to dribble it all the way to the basket. Are we going to have a blocking foul? We are. Colton Minter has his 4th personal foul. One more and he is out. So we've still got 14 minutes to play in this game, and Minter's got 4 fouls. He's the leader of this offense for Laton. They're down by 19. They could be in trouble if they have to lose him.
And I tell you, Coach Alves must have heard you, because he has Sean Matos coming into the ball game for Minter. And it's kind of the equivalent here with the 4 fouls and so much basketball left to play. You're pretty much taking one of his hands and tying it behind his back.
Yeah.
As far as how much he'll be able to be effective.
And he probably won't see action anymore here in the third quarter. 6 minutes to play in that third quarter. 3-pointer on the way, no good. Almost went. Dustin Allen with the look from the right wing. He was fouled by Vargas. That one almost went. He almost had a chance at a 4-point play. Very rare to see that.
And I'll tell you this. I'd mentioned earlier that maybe Coach Alves might want to see the rims get checked. Maybe we might want to look at the basketballs there, seeing as how they're now shooting on the other side.
The shot on the way, no good by Allen. The Mustangs have struggled at the free throw line. Christian Pilgrim, the lone exception in that category, as he hit 3 straight free throws before we closed out the first half. It was a 34-20 halftime advantage for for Fresno Christian. And Allen only able to connect on one of the 3 free throws. 41-21 with 5:55 to play in the third quarter. Brady Lee looked like he was going to take it all the way. Instead, swung it back to Belmont. No good. And flying in for the offensive board, Ryan Neufeld. He just lost the handle on it, but he was in perfect position.
To me, he jumped a little bit too soon right there. It was still in the air when he was able to get a hand on it. Wasn't able to come down with it. Laton has possession.
Cooper Belmont's got to be careful. We're going to have a carry here against Pilgrim, but Belmont's been getting close to get a reach-in foul here, and he's got 3 fouls, so these guys got to know the situation, and I'm sure Coach Justin is letting him know to, hey, let's not get a stupid one here.
But that said, it's the flip side of what Layton's looking at. You got a 20-point lead here for Fresno Christian, and it would definitely affect the offense.
Deep 3 on the way, no good. Rebound taken by Alves. Alves will push it up the floor in transition. 3-pointer on the way, Jimenez, no good, rebound Lee.
And they continue to get these 1-and-outs, not being able to position themselves to get an offensive rebound.
Strong take over the left side, but a block shot. Sean Matos with the block. Neufeld came away with the ball, and he's going to be fouled, but nice contribution by Matos. Coming in to replace Minter and steps in, gets a great foul. Excuse me, a great block. And then he picks up the foul.
And that's where depth comes in. I mean, if you can't get it here in the championships, where do you expect to get it?
Another offensive board for the Eagles. Second chance opportunity, no good. Branson Alves with the rebound. Yeah, this is the time to do it. Selland Arena, nice crowd here. The student section for Fresno Christian going crazy here on the left side of your monitor.
And I'll tell you, the 5'7" Dustin Allen there, maybe by next season, as seeing as how he is only a junior for his senior year, maybe if he's 5'9", he gets that pass next season. But at 5'7" here for this season, it goes out of bounds just off of his fingertips.
41-21, 4 minutes and 28 seconds to play in the third quarter. Ryan Neufeld lost that ball out of bounds. The Laton Mustangs will have it underneath their basket.
I tell you what, right now at 41-21 with a little bit under 4.5 minutes here in the third quarter, and Colton Minter being a spectator here at this point, you're going to definitely need somebody to step up and take the reins of this Laton 5 out there.
Nice hustle play and a missed bucket by Branson Alves, but he did a nice job as Ryan Neufeld got the defensive board. And then Branson Alves came in, stole the ball away, had pretty much a chip shot there for the lay-in and missed it off the glass. An opportunity that the Mustangs definitely need. Now it's Matos, free throw line extended, swings it out to Pilgrim. 3-pointer on the way, no good, rebound Lee.
Well, I'll tell you what, if we were able to count hits off the rim, misses off the rim, then Laton would definitely be running away with this ball game.
Reach in foul on Matos. That's his second.
And just kind of getting back to the depth here of what Fresno Christian it brought into this ball game. We have 7 scorers now. 7 of the 12 that have managed to get onto the score sheet.
Offensive foul,
Eagles.
Cooper Belmont, his 4th personal, and I believe we've seen the last of Cooper Belmont in the third quarter. And Belmont very displeased with himself right now. Got a 20-point lead, but an offensive foul just a little bit out of control going toward the basket. .332 to play in the third quarter. Dustin Allen inbounds it. Isaiah Jimenez now right wing, tries to get it to Allen and fires it out of bounds. Turn over to the Eagles.
And I tell you, that's not an example of the fancy passing we were talking about that was happening earlier here in this ball game for both sides. But that tends to happen when you kind of lose that momentum, the score, having a great effect on that, where passes you were definitely making earlier, shots you were definitely that you were set up for earlier just aren't happening. the further we're getting into this ball game.
And both of these teams have gone pretty cold as we've moved into the second half of play. The second half score is 7-1. And a big block. Isaiah Jimenez with the rejection. And then a travel against the Eagles. So the Mustangs are going to get it. We've only had eight points scored between the two teams here in the third quarter.
And if the first half was any indication, we would have thought that we would be heading, for a really, really high score in this ball game. But maybe it has something to do with the temperature here in the Selland Arena. But both teams have gone cold on the offensive side.
Full court pressure by the Eagles. The Mustangs were able to break it and then had a good look. Isaiah Jimenez caught the pass from Dustin Allen. Might have been a shot attempt, but nonetheless, Jimenez had a good look at it, missed the layup. So that's a couple of missed layups for the Mustangs here in the second half.
And getting back to that defensive play, the block there for Jimenez after the ball was stolen from him. It just goes to show, there's no quitting these guys, even though in the second half down by 20. Still giving it all they've got here.
And another turnover, this one taken by Pilgrim, and then Pilgrim throws it away to Ryan Neufeld. So these teams struggling to get things going offensively. And Brady Lee's going to lose it to Sean Matos. Matos moving it up the court the other direction. And now it's Pilgrim looking down low. Great pass and a finish down low. Branson Alves with the finish. Christian Pilgrim with a beautiful pass. And that's some offense for you.
I tell you right now, that was pretty. That's the best way you can describe that play. From the two passes into the layup there.
Singh blocked by Matos. So Sean Matos coming off the bench and contributing here for the Mustangs.
You see
minute
Jimenez
45
there.
to play, in the third quarter.
You see Jimenez there. He kind of did that Statue of Liberty there. Kind of seeing if he could draw the defense off sides. Not
Matos misses the bucket but gets his own offensive board. And then another offensive board by Allen and another missed layup for Laton. Layton's going to review this tape and see the missed layups, and they're going to be frustrated with themselves as Neufeld is fouled hard.
I tell you, when you can start counting the missed opportunities on two hands and the frustration that must be setting in, because they are getting their chances, and putting it into the basket. The fact that they're able to get the shots off, but just not getting the kind of shot selection, the high percentage shots. Well, I would say some of these are.
Yeah,
they're just not getting them to fall.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They're getting the good looks, and it's just not falling. And they're getting offensive boards, and now back into the game. Even with his 4 fouls, Cooper Belmont, and he gets an offensive board. Three-pointer on the way, Neufeld, no good. And the ball is going to be punched out of bounds by the Eagles. The Mustangs will take it. 1:12 to play in the third quarter. Division 5 championship in the Central section on CIFCentral.tv. Brian Vilvin and Ed Alcaraz bringing you all the action. Manny Nunez, our producer. A spin move on the left side, and then the ball is thrown away. Branson Alves went right, spun left, and then lost the ball out of bounds.
And as the missed opportunities continue to mount, and the score still greatly in favor of Fresno Christian here, as we're inside of a minute in this third quarter.
Belmont thought about taking that free throw line jumper. He's got to be careful with his 4 fouls. 45 seconds to play in the third quarter. Neufeld with a strong take. He's going to be fouled by Branson Alves. That'll be the third personal foul on Alves. And Neufeld to go to the line for 2. 41-23 with 45 seconds to play in the third quarter.
I tell you here, he was definitely set himself up in a position to make that shot, but there were blue jerseys all around, prevented it, but he's still got an opportunity as he misses the first free throw here.
Neufeld misses the free throw attempt, and a smart play here, decision by Josh Justin, the coach for Fresno Christian, getting Cooper Belmont out of the game now that they're going to be on the defensive end. And then on the other side, Rick Alves getting Colton Minter into the game, going to be on the offensive end. So you don't want Belmont on the floor on defense to pick up an easy foul, his 5th. And Colton Minter, now you've got a shot to get him a possession before the quarter ends on the offensive end. And we're going to have a foul called against Chandler Vargas.
And that's got to be a different feeling for Minter right there, as it's actually called against the player that he's facing up there with. But if aside from the fact that you're limited in what you can do with Minter, I mean, you're pretty much on thin ice from this point till the end of the game. If you're the Mustangs, you got to find that offensive spark. There's got to be somebody else that can step up here. And as I said before, just kind of take the reins of this offense and try to cut into this 19-point lead that the Eagles have established here, closing out the third quarter.
Neufeld picks up his second foul. 5 team fouls against Fresno Christian, 6 team fouls against Laton here in the second half. Minter with the look down low to Molina, and Joe Molina with a strong finish, coming off the bench and showing his teammates how it's done with a great finish. Smart play by Neufeld to go right at Minter, but he misses it. We've got a 17-point game, 10 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Pilgrim with the ball, left wing, swings it around. Looking down low, Jimenez going to try to get a shot off, and he does. It's not going to fall. So the score will be 42-25 after 3 quarters. Fresno Christian leading Laton on CIF Central.tv's coverage of the Central Section Basketball Championships.
KBCSports.com will be providing live audio coverage of the State Regional Basketball Championships as well as the finals. March Madness comes to high school basketball in California on March 17th for the Regional Basketball Championships. 4 venues of coverage around the state. Then the following weekend, March 23rd and 24th, it's the California State Basketball Championships. You can catch it all on KBCSports.com, your home for high school sports. KBCSports.com and the Play On Sports Network showcase great high school games every week. And now you can access our content using multiple platforms. Follow us on Facebook, get the latest KBC and Play On news on Twitter, or catch our highlights in high definition on YouTube. All of our content can now link you to your favorite social media site. Share all of the high school action you see every week, brought to you by your home for high school sports, KBCSports.com and Play On Sports.
Brian Vilvin and Ed Alcaraz on CIF Central.tv's coverage of the Boys Division 5 Basketball Championship here in the Central Section from Fresno, California and Selland Arena. We've got the in-between quarter entertainment and a victory on the Laton side, but on the court, it's been all Fresno Christian. They lead 42-25 as we get ready for the fourth quarter. And Ed, a slow offensive quarter for both teams, but that really plays into Fresno Christian's favor.
Well, definitely. They're still, I won't say nursing. I don't really think you can nurse a 17-point lead. Kind of more, you're just kind of content to sit back and look at it. But I don't think they will be. I think this final quarter is definitely going to show, why they came in as the top-ranked team with the number 1 seed at 23-2.
The defending champion Eagles a quarter away from holding that title defense. 2-3 zone. The Eagles have been switching up their defense throughout the game. We've seen man-to-man defense. We've seen full-court traps. We've seen 2-3 zones.
And it's definitely keeping the Mustangs off balance offensively.
Nice look down low. And another missed layup, and then an offensive board and a bucket. Branson Alves with the finish and one. Well, cutting into this Fresno Christian lead.
They're finally able to get there. Possibly making this a 3-point play, but they've been in position. They've had a chance at so many scoring opportunities here in this ball game.
And Alves rattles it home. So now we've got a 14-point game. If Laton wants to get back into this one, they've got to do it now. Get a few more stops on the defensive end and start hitting your layups on the other side. Brady Lee feeds it back to Cooper Belmont, and Belmont's going to be fouled by Christian Pilgrim. Excuse me, they're calling a travel there.
Well, they're on Cooper Belmont, just a little bit too much stepping for the referee's liking, as Laton will get the ball back. Down by 14 here in the final period.
Manny Nunez all over that call on the travel. Right wing, that's Isaiah Jimenez. And now Colton Minter has it. The ball's going to be deflected out of bounds by Chandler Vargas. 7:11 to play in the fourth quarter.
So right now, if you're Coach Alves, what are you saying? What's got to be the words that's going to motivate this Mustang team?
Got to let your guys know to just keep chipping away. Don't look at the scoreboard. Just get stops on defense and start hitting your layups, and they'll be right in business. As Belmont gets a steal, gets it ahead to Lee. Lee misses it. Belmont with the offensive board and a putback with the left hand. Pretty finish by Cooper Belmont. Playing with 4 fouls, but playing aggressively, and gets 2 more points. That's a big bucket for the Eagles. They lead by 16. Minter with a fancy footwork, spin move, and a bucket. Nice response from the Mustangs. Cutting the lead to 14, and Belmont tries to respond again. Offensive rebound, strong take by Tyler Krigbaum, and he's going to be fouled. He'll go to the line for a couple.
I tell you, Tyler Krigbaum just has that workman-like look about him. He's got the old-school headband going on, and he just has that kind of swagger out there, like saying, you know, we're going to mix it up. Don't get in my face as he goes to the free throw line here to possibly add to this Eagles lead.
The first free throw no good by the senior Krigbaum. A lot of seniors on this Fresno Christian team. Guys trying to go back-to-back in Division 5. 6:35 to play in the fourth quarter. And the second free throw is perfect by Krigbaum. Brandon McCormick will check back into the game, replacing Cooper Belmont. Belmont, as we've stated, with those 4 personal fouls. Colton Minter also with 4 personal fouls for Laton. He's still in the ball game. And you've got to have him out there for offensive purposes when you trail by 15 here in the fourth quarter.
And Coach Justin, as you had mentioned before, is playing it smart, just playing it smart, nursing that 50. Well, I won't even say nursing. I'm going to refuse to use that for the rest of the broadcast. He's got that 15-point lead, so there's really no sense of urgency to kind of spell in and out, keep Belmont in and out for the rest of this game.
Newbaum nearly lost the handle there. Brady Lee with a spin move and a bucket. Wow, I don't know how he stayed under control to finish that one, but what a play by Brady Lee. That's going to make the highlight reel.
That was definitely a good play there.
Ball knocked out of bounds. It's going to go to the Eagles. 17-point Fresno Christian lead. They've led by as much as 20. But this 17-point lead, their largest fourth quarter lead. Brady Lee going right, spins again. So good with that spin move. Gets it off to Krigbaum, and Krigbaum is fouled. He'll go to the line again.
I tell you, he looks like he would show up in just construction boots and a lunch pail. Let's get the job done. As he's back at the line of scrimmage, I should say. He kind of has that look of a linebacker. That's kind of what threw me off there, but back to the foul line to try to pick up 2 more points here for the Eagles.
And he drills that free throw. That is a pretty sweet headband.
I tell you, it's all part of the look, all that workman-like look he's carrying.
And he drills both free throws. More importantly, the kid can play some basketball.
I'd be willing to bet, though, if we get him out on the football field, do some damage out there.
49-30, a 19-point Fresno Christian lead. Leading Laton. 5 minutes and 37 seconds away from claiming a second straight Division V boys basketball championship. The hook shot by Dustin Allen, no good. Rebound goes to Fresno Christian. And back into the game for the Eagles, Cooper Belmont.
Well, with a 19-point lead here with a little bit under 5.5 minutes to go, I think you just kind of play smart basketball. You kind of try to work the clock a little bit more.
take the 35-second clock all the way down to inside 10 seconds before you attempt a shot. Strong take on the right-hand side and a finish. Chandler Vargas. What a play by Vargas. The Eagles now have their largest lead of the game at 21 points, 51-30, and they get another steal. Strong take other way. Toilet bowl out. Josh Greenidge had a shot there, but that ball just could not find the bottom of the net as the Mustangs will turn it over once again.
I tell you, even on the offensive side, nothing seems to be going right here for the Mustangs.
Timeout taken by Laton. 4:43 to play in the fourth quarter on CIF Central.tv's coverage of the Central Section Basketball Championships.
Need a highlight video for your athlete working to earn that four-year scholarship? Then you want to contact kbcsports.com. We can provide recruiting video for any athlete in any sport. Not only that, but we've got our own recruiting page right on the website. No more mailing DVDs to colleges. Instead, email coaches the link to your personal page. For more information, including pricing, contact us at recruits@kbcsports.com or give us a call at 619-677-3246.
Brian Vilvin and Ed Alcaraz coming to you from Selland Arena in Fresno, California. There will be 10 Central Section Basketball Championships decided over the course of today and tomorrow, 4 of them today, and 6 tomorrow. You can catch all the action live right here on CIFCentral.tv. Your home for high school sports as Tyler Krigbaum drills the 8-foot swish. 23-point Eagle lead.
And they're going to go ahead and get the ball back here to try to extend that.
Brady Lee will bring the ball across midcourt. Right wing, feeds it off to Vargas. Vargas with a strong take, cannot finish, but Brady Lee with the offensive board. So many offensive rebounds today for Fresno Christian.
As you and I well know, that's a key component.
Translates into a lot of victories if you can win on the offensive glass. Great feed down low, and Neufeld can't finish. But again, Lee comes away with the ball. Cooper Belmont going to go to the line for a couple.
Well, there, you just... Tyler Krigbaum going up to get that rebound, and he came down pretty hard where other players might have stayed down there for a second. He got right back up. No need in stopping the action here with his team up by 23.
And he misses the first free throw. Couple of substitutions here for the Eagles. Raman Singh checks back into the game. And we'll have another substitution if Belmont makes his free throw. The free throw's no good. Neufeld there with the offensive board and 2 points. So it works out well for the Eagles. They now lead by 25 with 3:50 to play in the fourth quarter. Three-pointer on the way. Jimenez from the corner, no good. Singh with the board. Lee trying to push the ball in transition. Gets it ahead to Belmont. Belmont with the right hand in the scoop shot. Bucket good. Fresno Christian leading by 27. We've seen a couple of those scoop shots here today. This guy's making it look easy.
I tell you.
What a feed from Belmont to Lee. The seniors getting each other involved. 59-30, the largest lead of the game. 29 points for the Eagles. Three-pointer on the way and good. Justin Allen with a response, and we're going to have a timeout taken by Rick Alves. And the Laton Mustangs, they trail Fresno Christian by 26 points with 3:02 to play in the contest right here on CIF Central.tv.
Catch the best of Central Section basketball on CIF Central.tv. You can watch a replay of today's game after each one concludes. Plus, check out our game highlights, player of the game interviews, and more. Or order a DVD or Blu-ray disc of the game. We're your home for basketball in the Central section, CIF Central.tv.
Brian Vilvin and Ed Alcaraz coming to you live from Selland Arena in Fresno, California, the site of the Boys Division 5 Central Section Basketball Finals. The Fresno Christian Eagles are 3 minutes and 2 seconds away from repeating as Division 5 champions. They defeated Tranquility in the championship last season 74-53, and today they're leading 59-33 over number 2 seed Laton.
And I tell you, the momentum for the Eagles, having won the West Sequoia League at 7-1 and having defeated Tranquility to get here today, the momentum has just seemed to carry over as they're up by 26 here with a little under 3 minutes to go in this ballgame.
There was a little bit of a hiccup to start the third quarter for both of these teams, but other than that, Fresno Christian has looked pretty much unbeatable. Their record on the season 23-2, and we're seeing why, as they do many things right and just are all over the offensive glass. Another offensive rebound and a third offensive rebound. That was Raman Singh. He's going to be fouled. He'll go to the line for a couple. So still, even with a 26-point lead, they're crashing that offensive glass hard.
But they're playing like this game is tied.
That's what champions do.
That's exactly what they do, especially when you substitute out 4 of the 5 starters. You got your backups in, and they're still playing hard.
Trevor Beal, Lance Henderson, and Steven Melendez in the game as well for the Fresno Christian Eagles. Top of the key, that's Christian Pilgrim. And Pilgrim will fire the 3 from the left wing, no good. A rebound taken by Matos. He'll get it out to Pilgrim again. This time he's going to drive left. Pull-up jumper from the baseline, 15-footer good. Timeout taken by Rick Alves. Ed will keep it right here on this timeout. 2:10 to play in the fourth quarter. It's a 24-point deficit, but right now is a teaching moment for Coach Alves. He's got his team out here for another 2 minutes and 10 seconds this season. They're playing in this beautiful, huge arena in front of a big crowd, and they've got an opportunity to take this next 2 minutes as a learning experience. They've got a lot of seniors on this team, but they've also got some youngsters that'll look to be back here. What do you think Coach Alves is telling his guys?
Basically right here, you know what? The deficit is pretty big. The time is really small. What we do is we continue to play our game. 2 minutes and 10 seconds of our kind of basketball game. There are small victories within this that you can definitely pull. You win with pride, you lose with pride, one way or the other. No bad sportsmanship. To the very end, you play this ball game.
The Eagles will have the ball out of bounds with 2:10 to play in the fourth quarter. On the right wing, that's McCormick. McCormick tried to swing that around to Raman Singh, but lost the handle on it. He was being pressured by a couple of the Mustang players, as Colton Minter is going to check back into the game.
I'll tell you, on that pass, just a little high and outside there. Just a little bit.
Pilgrim bringing the ball off the court for the Mustangs. Minter now right baseline. Jimenez for 3, deep 3, no good. A rebound Singh. Trevor Beal pushes it forward, and McCormick with a strong take. He's going to be fouled. He'll go to the line for 2. Brandon McCormick, the junior, at the line.
And I tell you, looking at this Fresno Christian roster, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seniors that are getting a taste of their final, well, I won't say final basketball, but, you know, pretty much the towards the end of their high school careers here. So it's going to be interesting to see how they bounce back next year with so many new faces that should be coming up from the JV and taking the place of this well-seasoned roster.
The free throw good. 25-point Fresno Christian lead, 1:35 to play in the game. Folks, after we're done here, it will be the Division II girls game between Redwood and Monash. Three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound and a putback by Minter goes in. Nicely done by Colton Minter. And we will have an interview with our player of the game from the Fresno Christian Eagles after the game as well. That'll be up on demand on CIFCentral.tv early next week, so you'll be able to find that there. 1:05 to play here in the fourth quarter. 23-point Eagle lead. And the Mustangs still playing hard, playing solid defense, even with just a minute to go.
I'll tell you right there, tying up Trevor Beal until he pushed the ball out of bounds. Oh, and that was a great
another three-pointer there. So we've got a 20-point game, but these Laton guys still playing very, very hard. Gotta love it. We have a timeout taken by Coach Justin, and I think that's just a timeout to switch some players on the court. It'll be a 30. I don't think he's talking any strategy down there except for getting a good round of applause from the crowd. A nice showing from the Fresno Christian faithful. The student section is packed. They've got fun signs down there. They're having a good time.
They definitely are. You got the Eagle down there dancing, showing off his dance moves there. And they're definitely showing their school spirit. Here as we look, going back to that Pilgrim three-pointer from the top of the key, just a beautiful shot. You know, he had all kinds of time. He was able to set up, and just a great release as he was able to nail that three and cut into this 20-point lead here of the Eagles.
Neufeld has the ball there. Looking to just run this shot clock down as low as it goes. The law enforcement have come out to make sure that the Eagle fans don't storm the court here. 4 seconds left on the shot clock, and they're going to just turn it over. 16 seconds left. The Eagles just let the shot clock expire there.
And for those of you wondering why that would happen, that's a show of good sportsmanship. There's
Yeah.
no need to try to take a shot. You're up by 20.
No need to add to it, especially with as hard as Layton's been playing. That's a show of respect for your opponent there. And now they'll run it out. It'll be Cooper Belmont on the right wing, swinging it around. Now Ryan Neufeld has it. He'll get it off to somebody here, or he'll lose the handle. That's going to do it, folks. The Fresno Christian Eagles are your boys Division V Central Section basketball champions. They go back-to-back with titles in 2011 and 2012. Congratulations to Coach Josh Justin and the Fresno Christian Eagles with a convincing victory. 60-40 is the final score over the Laton Mustangs. And that was a very impressive victory by the Eagles.
Convincing in every way, shape, or form for the Eagles as they just played a textbook type of game. They were able to rebound on both sides. Let alone that, they kind of kept, I'd say from about the middle of the first half, maybe, or middle of the first quarter, towards the end of the first quarter, they just kind of kept the Mustangs off, just kind of off balance there, and it didn't help with their leading scorer, their main offensive threat, Colton Minter, accumulating so many fouls so early in the ballgame.
Yeah, they had big foul trouble on the Mustang side, but more so than that, they also had a really hard time finishing around the basket. It's not like they didn't have some good looks. They had a lot of good looks there, especially in the third quarter, and they just couldn't get those looks to fall. And when Fresno Christian needed something to happen, they turned to a lot of different players. They had tons of players making big contributions, and in a situation, a championship setting like this, if you have a lot of players playing well, then you're going to be in business.
And when all was said and done, with all of the missed opportunities, unfortunately for Layton, it translated into a championship here for the Fresno Christian Eagles. as they win the Division 5 Boys Championship here at Selland Arena.
Well, folks, we are about 32 minutes away from the start of the Division II girls game. That's scheduled for a 6 p.m. start. And we will be right back with you live here on CIFCentral.tv. Manny Nunez and Ed Alcaraz will have the call on the Division II girls game.
From Fresno Christian High School, Ryan Newfield.
Congratulations once again to the Fresno Christian Eagles, your 2012 Boys Division 5 Central Section basketball champions. 60-40, they take it over Laton. Josh Justin and the Fresno Christian Eagles, back-to-back champions. Thank you for joining us on CIFCentral.tv's coverage of the Central Section Basketball Championships. We'll be back in about a half hour with the Division II Girls Final.